Surfeit of Thieves by Anis Noru. This looks interesting, said Indik, her eyes narrowing to observe the black caravan making its way to the spires of the secluded castle. A gaudy, alien coat of arms marked each carriage, and lacquered, glistening in the light of the moons. Who do you suppose they are? They're obviously well off, smiled his partner, Haria. Perhaps some new imperial cult dedicated to the acquisition of wealth? Go into town and find out what you can about the castle, said Indik. I'll see if I can learn anything about who these strangers are. We meet on the hill tomorrow night. On this hill. Haria had two great skills, picking locks and picking information. By dusk of the following day, she had returned to the hill. Indik had joined her an hour later. The place is called Old Alria, she explained. It dates back to the Second Era when a collection of nobles built it to protect themselves during one of the epidemics. They didn't want any of the diseased masses to get into their midst and spread the plague. So they built up quite a sophisticated security system for the time. Of course, it's mostly fallen into ruin, but I have a good idea what kind of locks and traps might still be operational. What did you find out? I wasn't nearly so successful, frowned Indik. No one seemed to have any idea about the group, even that they were here. I was about to give up, but at the charter house I met a monk who said that his masters were a hermetic group called the Order of St. Eadna. I talked to him for some time, this fellow named Parathion, and it seems they're having some sort of ritual feast tonight. Are they wealthy? Asked Haraya impatiently. Embarrassingly so, according to the fellow, but they're only at the castle for tonight. I have my picks on me, winked Haraya. Opportunity has smiled on us. She drew a diagram of the castle in the dirt. The main hall and kitchen were near the front gate, and the stables and secured armory were in the back. The thieves had a system that never failed. Haraya would find a way into the castle and collect as much loot as possible while Indik provided the distraction. He waited until his partner had scaled the wall before rapping on the gate. Perhaps this time he would be a bard or a lost adventurer. The details were most fun to improvise. Haraya heard Indik talking to the woman who came to the gate, but she was too far away to hear the words exchanged. He was evidently successful. A moment later, she heard the door shut. The man had charm, she would give him that. Only a few of the traps and locks to the armory had been set. Undoubtedly, many of the keys had been lost to time. Whatever servants had been in charge of securing the Order's treasures had brought a few new locks to affix. It took extra time to maneuver the intricate hasps and bolts of the new traps before proceeding to the old but still working systems, but Haraya found her heart beating with anticipation. Whatever lay beyond the door, she thought, must be of sufficient value to merit such protection. When at last the door swung open quietly open, the thief found her avaricious dreams paled to reality. A mountain of gold, treasure, ancient relics glimmering with untapped magicka, weapons of matchless quality, gemstones the size of her fist, row after row of strange potions, and stacks of valuable documents and scrolls. She was so enthralled by the sight she did not hear the man behind her approach. "You must be Lady Trest," said the voice, and she jumped. It was a monk in a black hooded robe, intricately woven with silver and gold threads. For a moment she could not speak. This was the sort of encounter that Indik loved, but she could think to do nothing but nod her head with what she hoped looked like certainty. "I'm afraid I'm a little lost," she stammered. "I can see that," the man laughed. "That's the armory. I'll show you the way to the dining hall. We were afraid you weren't going to arrive. The feast is nearly over." Haraya followed the monk across the courtyard to the double doors leading to the dining hall. A robe identical to the one he was wearing hung on a hook outside, and he handed it to her with a knowing smile. She slipped it on. She mimicked him as she lowered the hood over her head and entered the hall. Torches illuminated the figures within around the large table. Each wore the uniform black robe that covered all features, and from the look of things, the feast was over. Empty plates, platters, and glasses filled every inch of the wood, with only the faintest spots and dribbles of the food remaining. It was a breaking of a fast, it seemed. For a moment, Haraya stopped to think about poor lost Lady Trest, who had missed her opportunity for gluttony. The only unusual item on the table was its centerpiece, a huge golden hourglass, which was on its last minute's worth of sand. Though each person looked alike, some were sleeping, some were chatting merrily to one another, and one was playing a lute, Indik's lute. She noticed, and then noticed Indik's ring on the man's finger. Haraya was suddenly grateful for the anonymity of the hood. Perhaps Indik would not realize that it was she, and that she had blundered. "Trest," said the young man to the assembled, who turned as one to her and burst into applause. The conscious members of the order rose to kiss her hand and introduce themselves. Nerdla, Sulek, Kyler, the names got stranger, Taniop, Hitilitz, Nohi Tarap. She could not help laughing. "I understand, it's all backwards. Your real names are Aldrin, Celius, Relic, Ponoit, Stylith, Parathion. Of course, said the young man. Won't you have a seat? Say, giggled Haraya, getting into the spirit of the mask and taking an empty chair. I suppose that when the hourglass runs out, the backwards names go back to normal? That's correct, Tress, said the woman next to her. It's just one of our order's little amusements. This castle seemed like the appropriately ironic venue for our feast, devised as it was to shun the plague victims who were, in their way, a walking dead. Haraya felt herself lightheaded from the odor of the torches and bumped into the sleeping man next to her. He fell face forward onto the table. Poor Esruok Tisrif, said a neighboring man, helping to prop the body up. He's given us so much. Haraya stumbled to her feet and began walking uncertainly for the front gate. Where are you going, Trest? Asked one of the figures, his voice taking an unpleasant, mocking quality. My name isn't Trest, she mumbled, gripping Indic's arm. I'm sorry, partner. We need to go. The last crumb of sand fell in the hourglass as the man pulled back his hood. It was not Indic. It was not even human, but a stretched grotesquerie of a man with hungry eyes and a wide mouth filled with tusk-like fangs. Haraya fell back into the chair of the figure they called Esriok Tisrif. His hood fell open, revealing the pallid, bloodless face of Indic. As she began to scream, they fell on her. In her last living moment, Haraya finally spelled Tress backwards. You were right, Julat. That is a horrible story. Ugh. Two things this way, where we're going. I need to convince Lara Berloth to join the guild. I believe this is the Mages Guild. Follow the trail. Okay, so it's past the Dwemer ruin that I delved into some time back. So basically it's saying to take the same path, which I have. Dwemer ruin is right here. And I should be able to look south between Marandus and north between two hills is a path that should lead to Silipund. Yeah, Silipund. So that's where he is. Lara Berloth. And then Manwi, a guild member in Punabi, has not paid any guild dues in 3 years. Rhaenys asked me to find Manwi and collect the dues from her. To get to Punabi, I should go south. It's the same thing. The road east past Fort Moonmoth, I should cross the bridge northeast of the fort and continue till I reach the lake. The old Dunmer stronghold of Marandus is just south of the lake. Punabi is on the trail that leads northeast. So the lake's here. Leads northeast from the lake. Punabi and Silipund. I would think that they're in the same area. And then there's one that told me to go to Marandus, the actual old fort. Must find it though. Oh, is this where the... Oh, I was packed and delivered to St. Alm's Temple. Okay, that's the Proplan Index. That's where I have to go for that. I gotta find this place that mentions Marandus. Well, I think that Marandus is the, not actually on the list of places to go, but there's 2 areas north there. Then we have to return to Pelagiad, and I believe I have a Fighter's Guild duty in Saran. And I also have to go up to Nisus. And as far as I know, that's everything I have to do at the moment. North of Marandus. And then we have to go to Pelagiad. Ah. I've never seen this. Ooh, it's hot. I mean, there was lava underneath in the Dwemer ruin. That's really hot. I have to avoid that. We seem to be going the correct way. And well, I am burning up here.
You Inma.
Let's get out of here. It looks like an ancestral tomb here. Which means we will not be going in unless we absolutely have to.
Die,
Figures.
Fetcher.
Come here.
Die, Fetcher.
You're gonna harass me, I'm gonna take your soul. How about that? Yeah. Oh, just forget it. Die, Cliff Racer. Stop attacking everything that moves. A scourge. If I walk ahead, it's going to come and attack. Oh, I killed it. Good shot. And here's another one. Another lava pit, too. Oh, Kaguti over there. Kwama Forager. I'm sure you can handle that. Okay, well, maybe that... There's lava here. We need to get to this lake. And it's more like this way. By the 9, I have no idea what's this way. But this way is towards the lake. Maybe we missed the path? Well, this is not good for a couple reasons. It's too stiff here to traverse, or sorry, too steep to traverse easily. Did we miss a path? Maybe I was too fixated on that lava back there. But we have to get over this hill. I think we should have gone this way. Looks like it.
You Inwa.
Ha! Target practice. That's all you guys are. Magnus shining bright. A new day. Well, where would this be? This couldn't be Marandus. That's a Daedric shrine ahead. Another shulk. This area is very hot. Too hot.
You will die.
Got it. Oh, that... I didn't get the shulk. But I did.
You're beaten.
Glad I came with around 300 arrows. Can't go over that way. My armor's gonna melt off me. Got it. Smelly breath. Oof. It's like it was eating rotten meat. That hurts. Its teeth are rotting out of it. I think it was blighted, actually. There's Marandus, ancient Dunmer fort.
You will die. There is no escape.
Once we reach Marandus, this area is so unbelievably hot. I feel like taking my armor off. I'm gonna have to take my helmet off. This is too much. I'm gonna die in here. These animals. It's funny how there's road signs even out here in the middle of nowhere. No one lives around here, unless they're Daedric worshippers, cultists. Oh, there it is. And a lake. And a couple Kadut, or an Alit and a Kaguti. Surprised. Ah.
You Inwa.
Skipped off its front armor. That went right through its mouth. Funny, mud crabs would live here. I guess there would be some mud in the water.
You will suffer.
This is an ash area. I wonder what's in Marandus. These are old forts. They have been used in a long time. Not by the King of Morrowind, at least. Not in my lifetime.
There is no escape.
Oop. Sorry. I'll heal that. That's it. Heal yourself. Well, you can help. Yes. Magic. Restoration spells. You should okay. Just heal yourself whenever you need to. Like now. Sorry about that arrow to the back. I'll use the last of my magicka. So the journal said, take a path north between two hills. Oh, come on. Got it. Northwest, northeast. It said northeast. I can't even see where the two hills are. From the lake, take a path north between two hills. Well, there's something ahead. Is that a Dwemer ruin? No, that's not a Dwemer ruin. There's a lot of these.
I have you.
Cliff racers in the way, though. How am I missing? Another one of these pretty flowers. Red. Seems to grow in the Ashlands only.
You're beaten.
Huh. I take it that whoever I'm looking for lives here. Dark in here. Hello. I don't know you. What do you want? Oh, what do you do here? I'm Melial Broles, a spell sword earning my keep under the Telvanni. You work for the Telvanni. Okay. This wouldn't happen to be a fort too, would it? Strange. There's a little bit of confusion here. So this place is named Silipund. Right here. To get... Okay, so... Lar Bariloth joined the guild. If he cannot be convinced, I must kill him. Ah! Why is the door trapped? Well, it's not trapped anymore.
I couldn't possibly. Too busy.
Who's Larar? Do you know? I don't know you. What do you want? Larar. Have you seen him? What do you do here? I'm Brithloth, an acrobat employed by the Telvanni. Everybody here is working for the Telvanni. I'm gonna have to remove that arrow later, Julian. Oh, my torch is used up. And I didn't have any more because of the weight issues I was dealing with back at the time. Well, this keeps going. It goes up. you Lar? I don't know you. What do you want? And you work for the Telvanni, I take it? I'm Kuno, a monk, sworn to serve the Telvanni. You're a monk and you're sworn to serve the Telvanni. House Telvanni. We live comfortably. Our wizard lords keep us secure and otherwise leave us alone. All we want is to be left in peace and do as we wish. Yes, I heard that you guys like to be secluded, but obviously you are not Telvanni wizards.
Too busy.
Hello, I don't know you. What do you want? What do you do? I'm Nail, an archer employed by the Telvanni. For all I know, these are guards. Well, this looks like a Telvanni wizard to me. Hello? I don't know you. What do you want? Who are you? My minions rise from their graves to bend the knee. Dunmer superstition calls this necromancy. I have no love for the imperial yoke, but did you know in their homeland you may legally purchase bodies and souls for private experimentation? It is most intriguing. Why are you here, then? No, I don't agree with necromancy at all. I've come to inform you that you have to join the Mages Guild. Do I look like a fool? Collect your dues from someone else, or at least give me a reason to listen to your drivel. Okay, let's see where I can go with this. Here's a little bit of gold. Yep, a lot of gold. So, will you join us? If I agree to join, will you lead me to my research? Fine, then I will join the Mages Guild next time I'm in Balmora. That's all we needed.
I see this land suits you.
No bloodshed has to be spilled in this place today. Reflections on... Interesting, actually. Reflections on cult worship. Well, he's watching me. It's not like I can take it. Vampires of Vardenfell.
I don't know. Maybe she's right.
A lot of these books I actually would like to read. This book, Vampires of Vardenfell, looks interesting. The Invocation of Azura. I'm going to have to go and actually shop, instead of just looking to loot these books in my travels. Shop at the two bookstores I'm aware of, one in Aldrun and one in Balmora. South we go?
I hope this won't take long.
Actually, I'm looking for a different place. This is Silipund. Was it next? No. Manwy, a guild member in Punabi, has not paid any guild dues in 3 years. Rhaenys asked me to find Manwy and collect the dues from her. To get to Punabi, I should go south from Balmora. Okay. Cross the bridge northeast of the fort. And continue east to reach the lake where I was. The old Dunmer stronghold of Marandus is just south of the lake. Punabi is on the trail that leads northeast from the lake. I thought that's where we were going. But we can go back. This almost seems like a bit of a... Well, I wouldn't say fort, but... It just seems to be fortified. He's hired all those Bosmer, basically, to watch out for him. So he can do his research, and they probably assist him with tasks and whatever he needs. So there's a path. Is it behind me, northeast of the lake? This would seem to be the logical way. I haven't seen any other path, but we'll see. If I can get up top here, I can have a look. Well, there's the fort. Might be too steep. Nope, I got it. Well, this path seems to wind around going that way, but what's down here? Oh. Why aren't you using the sword? Whoa.
Your wounds are great.
Northeast. What did I see? Is that a Dwemer ruin? Looked like a chimney. No, it's steam, probably from lava, or I guess it's called magma.
Careful with that, friend. Careful with that, friend.
Sorry.
Probably nothing.
Cliff Racer was blighted.
There is no escape.
Cast the spell. Thing's pecking at me. Oh, I realized I used all my magic up. Sorry. It is hot in this area. It's obviously not going to say where Punabi is. This is not going northeast, so I assume that wherever it was back this way.
Die,
Does anybody live around here that call this? Call all these?
I have you.
Oh, the heat. Ah, I can't take this. I've got to get away. I hear the beautiful singing of birds, but I can't see there being too many around here between the cliff racers. Ugh. Northeast, Punabi. There is a place on my map. I gotta go. Keep going. Stop. This heat is just gonna make me faint.
Die, Fetcher.
Oops. That I didn't mean to do. I just soul trap it.
There is no escape. Careful with that, friend.
Oops, I think I'm hitting. Another one.
You in.
I can see where, was it Sunapo or whatever it's called? Oh, I don't know if these arrows are going to last me if I keep doing this. Looking at my paper map. There's... You know what? These are it's showing lava around the area, so... I'm not seeing anything. There, it shows where the Telvanni wizard was, but that's all. Well, my map doesn't show anything. I'll head back to Marandus and look around the area. It's an outlet. This is the place we were just at. Silipund. Looking for Punabi. That cultist with the ebony armor was in that shrine, and thousands of gold we gathered from that. You need to be healed. Come here. I think it might be worth going into these other shrines, but it was very dangerous. Came a little close. This place be? Well, that's a building. That is on my map, actually, strangely enough. Maybe he didn't, the Telvanni wizard didn't, that Lar didn't build it, he just took it over. It's quite the fort over there. I'm hot. This water is warm. Still, I feel a little better. If this is what the Ashlands are like, I don't like it. Give me the Ascadian Isles. I don't really want to go into that fort. Who knows what's in there? I don't see anything, but the fog is starting to roll in. Hard to see in the distance now. Who knows what's here? I don't really care. For I do not see anything around here. I'll check up over this hill over here. Maybe I'll see something.
Die.
Almost not even worth the effort. Well, we're just going to have to search till we find it then. I think I see it. Looks like maybe a mine entrance? Didn't we pass by? Maybe we didn't. We actually skirted around here. Well, this is the only other place we can find. This strange place. I have no idea what we can expect in here, but it supposedly shows 2,000 or 3,000 in guild dues. These crystals. Hello. I'm fine, thank you. What can I do for you? You owe a lot of guild dues. I left the Mages Guild and dedicated my life to studying the adaptive responses of quaternary variations in Oblivion streams. If Rhaenys Arthurus wants the dues that much, why don't you just pay them yourself? I am unconcerned with such petty financial matters. Make sure it's what it says. Man, we a guild member and Punabi has not paid any dues in 3 years. Ask me to find and collect the dues from her to get... I should cross... Okay. Huh. Does not say I can kill her. The other one said I can kill him. That Lara Rhaenys or whatever. Lara Bariloth, the Telvanni. Maybe I can convince her. It's very dark in here. Hello. Not bad looking dumber. One can always use some extra coin. What do you need? How about a little bit more coin? A little bit more. Now, about those guild dues. Will you leave me alone if I give you the 2,000 septims? I cannot leave my research unattended. Yes. Here, take the gold and leave me to my work. I would advise that you leave here now. We are engaged in very serious research here, and if you disturb my colleagues, they may not be very understanding. Oh.
How wonderful. Welcome, Outlander.
Colleagues. Learning to talk to people and even bribing them has really paid off. Okay, I say... I don't know where MCV will take us. But we need to go to Saran. Or no, Pelagia and even Saran. I say we just follow the river south to Saran. Sounds like the best course of action to me. This is going to be a bit of a trip.